Wisconsin Badgers. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Straight ahead from inside his 25. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. Two programs very similar in their DNA, rugged and tough, sort of epitomizing the Heartland and playing for the Heartland Trophy.
It's an old rivalry, but a relatively new trophy in this game. And trust me, Wisconsin, Iowa, they don't care that it's new. It's another thing to put in their trophy case, and both teams won.
Yeah, everybody wants the trophies. I think it's always fun, but more importantly, you want the bragging rights that come with it. Rivalry games matter. They matter to fans, they matter to players, they matter to coaches. That every game's the same nonsense, it's not true.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The play action fake. Quarterback extends the play. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll pull it down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. First down for this offense. Defense might bring the house here. They want to run it left here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
And it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football along? Come to Wisconsin.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
On second down, looking to throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. In the last meeting between these two, it was the Badgers taking a close one.
They won it close, and this has been a big source of bragging rights, obviously, for the past year now back in Madison, and any Wisconsin fan around the country and around the world. They made the plays when they needed to late in that game, David, last year.
And the cool thing is, man, you get a whole year now to brag or hear the bragging. And usually you get tired of the other fan base. So now Wisconsin had the bragging rights. Iowa has a chance to do something about it.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badger! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The give to the left side. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't...
And he breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling?
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bull here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that.
Nothing but green ahead. The tag. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. It hadn't been physical enough.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's York. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Wisconsin, 31, Iowa, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Might as well give it to him again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes the catch. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Going with the ground game left. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd and long coming up here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Badger! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. He is putting the Badgers on his back. Reminds me of games we called when Russell Wilson was at the helm.
And I know Wisconsin fans get jacked up when they get great quarterback play. They don't get it very often. They don't get the explosive numbers with this offense. But this dude, he's putting on a show, and I guarantee you they are jumping around.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive.
Fires into traffic, picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. He leaves it with the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's York. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going up top on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. The Badgers will move the sticks with the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the run.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Badgers have this offense rolling. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. And the Badgers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
They're bringing heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down trying to generate a touchdown.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He got it. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Pulls and fires complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide out in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! They'll try to tack one more on their score.
In the end zone.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Wisconsin 41, Iowa
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another...
Snags it down the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Badgers are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He finds his man, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They want to just keep throwing it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the stomping has commenced. Wisconsin is pushed out to a big lead as they take command against the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, obviously, they can feel the bull heading their way, right? Like starting to take the lead late in the game. This is what they want to do anyways. They want to play bully ball. They want to go get that trophy, Palmer, and finish this with Wisconsin style.
Yeah, David, you're right. Back in Madtown, there's someone right now in the trophy case kind of making some room. They're kind of clearing some space for the big 70-plus pound Heartland trophy. You can feel it all going Wisconsin's way here in the second half.
They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Reddick. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
Down.
Close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on third. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT.
Point is good.
That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
Quarterback will audible. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! And the route is on. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Using the quick game.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. He wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Pulls it in. It's Sampson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Caught over the middle. It's York. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll start this drive with a pass. They're trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Bringing it back, it's York. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.